Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios, this is the ACC SportsBook, powered by the TAB.
The ACC SportsBook, thanks to the TAB.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome along to the ACC SportsBook. Myself, G Lane, and a real pleasure to welcome into the studio Paul Maoate, Whare Maoate, as we like to call him.
You know me too well.
Welcome to the studio, filling in for Carl Tiley, who's off in Brizzy somewhere, probably going to rugby league.
Junket King.
The Junket King. He is the Junket King. Does it well, though. Anyway, welcome to the studio. But what a morning to be a sports fan.
Huge.
What a morning.
How good.
How good. I got up at 4 a.m. and at that stage, I think we were like 40 without loss. And then watched Finn Allen get the fastest T20 100 in history in World Cups. 33 balls for that hundy. We're going to go into that in detail in the BYC podcast special that comes out later on this afternoon. Myself and Paul Ford will be breaking that game apart in detail. But, Paul, it's time to talk punting this weekend. Big weekend before we get into the footy, Phillies and fans weekend in Auckland. What are the big winners from the weekend? You told me one just off air before that got me quite excited.
Yeah, there was one punter who picked 4 EPL games.
Yes.
Correct scores.
Yeah.
All 2-1.
Just 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
2-1. Put $4.50 on.
Yep.
In fact, I think they were all paying $8. So 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, all paying $8 each. $4.50 on. I think he got just under $18,500 back. That was a midweek EPL as well, so only a few days ago.
That is, what a way to hit the weekend with 18 grand from a $4.50 4-leg punt. Oh, that's great stuff.
Yeah, here's one for your bigger punters.
Okay.
All right, so there's the $4.50 punter. Here's a same-game multi from Vegas.
Yes.
Murray Taulangi to score a try. Dominic Young to score a try. Helium Lukey to score a try. Bradman Best to score a try. $2,000 on.
Ooh.
To return just a tick under $100,000.
I hope that person was in Vegas and did that remotely. I hope they went via a VPN and then just went out in Vegas and absolutely tore them another hangover. Oh, that's sensational. We had our NRL Vegas multi fall short by 1. We had a 5-player anytime try scorer over both games.
Yeah.
Marcelo Montoya let us down.
Oh, no, the Dogs.
Oh, I know.
It was a low-scoring match too, that one.
So that would have bought us $4,000 for our $100 bonus.
Was he the only player from that game that you had?
No, we had another player in that game.
Did you have Jacob Jacob Preston was very, very popular.
Yes, we had him. Yeah. So, well, close but no cigar. Any other big winners from the weekend worth crowing about?
I could tell you, half of New Zealand were on Daniel Hillier to win the New Zealand Open. He was the favourite from the outset, to be fair. I think before the tournament started, he was around the $7 mark. Plenty of punters jumped on, and plenty jumped on during the tournament as well, the third, fourth round. There was a $5,000 bet at $1.12.
Oh, gross. Gross. Who was that? Who was that person? I mean, I know you can't go into people's accounts, Paul Maoate, but that's disgusting.
No, they stopped me doing that a while ago. But yeah, he was very, very popular with punters. Also, there was a $1,000 bet on Nick Watney to finish in the top 40, which was paying $3.60. Nick Watney.
Who's Nick Watney?
He used to play on the PGA Tour.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I never even heard of him. But I was glued to that New Zealand Open. I mean, the coverage I struggled with a little bit. Obviously, lack of cameras and resources was probably a reason. Mm-hmm. But I did enjoy Rick Kane, owner of Te Arai Lynx and Tata Iti, and now the Hills, an American billionaire, I guess. He was one of in the Pro-Am, and he just happened to be in that last group. So he played the final hole, and it was hilarious, actually. He almost hit the green in the last hole, but he was just giving it the big ups to the crowd. He putted on, he got the Texas wedge out from the way out by the water and nearly holed it out. That was probably my favourite part of that, actually. And Daniel Hillier also getting champagne in his eyes and unable to even see his new wife, to even hug her because he was covered in champagne.
That's right. It was, a week ago? A week prior to the actual event.
Yeah. So she would have been stoked. What a great little honeymoon. Anything else before we move on?
I'm just having a look down the page here. Just with that New Zealand Open, Kerry Mountcastle, who has been on the tour for yonks and yonks and yonks, he was paying $14 to finish top 5.
Oh. His putter was on fire, that guy.
That's safe. Yeah.
He was putting anything under 12 foot, he was draining. That was great to watch.
It was sensational. In terms of Super Rugby, any Crusaders fans in here?
Hey, we've been down this road, Paul Maoate. Okay.
Crusaders mana.
Get out of here, Joe Jury.
They were down 14-0, if you remember, early on.
Yeah.
They went out to $6.50
yes.
then. Then they were down 21-7.
Yeah.
They got out to $7.
We were mentioning this in the broadcast, and Isaac Selly was like, get on the Crusaders.
There must have been a few listeners because they did. They did get on at $6.50 and at $7. Leo Willie, though, to score 2 or more tries, that was paying $29. Leo Willie to get a hat-trick was paying $151.
You cannot tell me anyone got on that. You cannot tell me someone put Christian B. Leo Big Willie as a hat-trick try scorer. Anyway, if you did, you're a
I can see one bet here.
Oh, Jesus Christ, really? That is audacious. Okay, so this weekend, there's a lot going on. We've got a lot of sport. Obviously, Monday, we've got the Cricket World Cup final. Odds won't be out for that until we get this other semi out of the way tonight, which is India-England.
Just prior to the semi-final this morning, Black Caps were $6.50 to win the tournament. $6.50. They're now into the second favourites and behind India. I think they're $2.60 now to win the tournament. India are $2.10 to win the tournament, and England are out at around $5.50, I think.
Yeah, we got on them early, New Zealand, at $15.
Free tournament.
Tournament. Anyway, so this weekend also we've got in Auckland. If you're in Auckland, this is a big occasion. The Footies, Phillies, and Fans promotion. I mean, sounds like a name that was put into ChatGPT, but it's good to see actually the clubs working together as opposed to working against each other, which what Sky seems to do most of the time in their coverage. So you've got the Blues, Warriors, Auckland FC, and we've got
Champions Day at
Ellerslie. So for $100, you can go to all 4 of those events. That is a bargain. That is an absolute bargain.
That is crazy value.
Yeah, that is. I mean, even if you're too hungover to go even one of them, 3 of them's fine.
Yeah. You've made.
Yeah, absolutely. So, have you got some promotions around that as well?
We've got an ultimate giveaway for the footy, Phillies, and fans. All right. We're going to give you flights, 2 nights accommodation, and tickets to the choice of one of the following sporting events. Okay.
Yep.
The Cox Plate, which will be at Flemington this year because the Moonee Valley's under development.
Yep.
The NRL Grand Final.
Oh, come on.
All Blacks v Wallabies in Sydney on October the 17th. Or one of the Sydney Super Cup games, either Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs, Spurs against Sydney FC, or Spurs against Chelsea on August the 1st over there in Sydney. So all you have to do is simply tag a mate and tell us your best multi across the Warriors Roosters game, Champions Day, Blues Crusaders game, and Auckland FC against Perth Glory. Just head to our Facebook page, TAB.
TAB? Yep, get on the
Facebook,
TAB one?
And
okay.
I want you to work on a multi for us.
We'll I've actually got one. I've got one. I have got one. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up at the end.
Keep them hanging.
Okay, I've got one at the end. Oh, good stuff. Okay, so there we go. That's surely the NRL Grand Final. Everyone's going to go for that. Surely, God.
Well, the Wars are going to be there, so why wouldn't you be?
You're another one of these fans, aren't you? Rightio, let's hit the head this weekend. Let's start with a bit of Super Rugby. Friday night, Chiefs. No one's giving Moana Pacifica a chance here. Paying $1, the Chiefs.
Opened up at $1.02.
Okay, really can't. It's really okay. People have got on it. Is that what you're telling me? People got on at $1.02 so much the precogs have like, bring it down, bring it down.
Into $1.01. Moana Pacifica out to $15 now. Last time I looked, they were 26.5 point favourites. They might have moved to 27.5. 27. And so punters aren't sure which way. Where would you go? Do you take?
I think I'm going to go Moana 26.5 plus 26.5. That one. I don't think they're that bad a team because that's giving them a head start, isn't it? Like they have to lose by or win.
If you take Moana Pacifica plus 26.5, or if they've moved to 27, they have to win. They have to lose by less than
26.
27,
26.
26 or 27. Yeah, depending on what the line is.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I think punters are just a wee bit wary at the moment. They're not quite sure which to go. If you remember back to last week, Chiefs were up 14-0 inside 10 minutes against the Crusaders.
Yes, I know. Okay, well,
Samasoni, best backed anytime try scorer.
And rightly so. He's a weapon around that when he gets that white line fever. The Tars, Hurricanes are away at the Tars. And the Waratahs 220 favourite, 220 outsiders. That's interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the Hurricanes were big favourites against the Drua last week, and although the elements played a part, the Drua deserved their win.
Yeah.
They were sensational, I thought. Anyway, punters who backed the Canes last week, they're jumping back on again this week, even though they're $1.65 fave over in Sydney. Just slightly more punters backing the Canes than the Tars. And Whinianga Nofo is the best backed anytime try scorer. Of course, he scored the first try against the Drua last weekend. He's $1.92 to score a try against the Tars this weekend.
Excellent. Okay. And Highlanders versus Force, a home game for the Highlanders. Surely they're going to chalk this one up as one that they have to win.
Yep, punters are on. They're on. They're lapping up the $1.25 on the Landers.
Again, yuck.
Which means the Force are out at $3.70.
Yep.
They haven't been the worst, the Force either.
They haven't.
Pretty good. In terms of punting, Caleb Tangito, best backed anytime try scorer at $1.73. He's got to be putting his hand up for higher honours. And with a new coach, you've obviously been talking about new coaches.
Oh no, we're going to be saving that for the Agenda podcast.
Right,
this later on today is obviously Dave Rennie, not many, been announced yesterday. Big game Saturday night, Eden Park, Crusaders versus the Blues. In that one, no one's really calling that one. You got Blues at $1.95, Crusaders $1.80.
Yeah, punters are calling it.
Yeah,
they're going to say they saw enough last week against the Chiefs. Mana.
Shut up.
They saw enough last week. It was desperate straits for the Crusaders last week.
Yeah.
Remember, they were started the season 0-2, got walloped in Christchurch by the Brumbies.
Absolutely.
And then with 14-0 down against the Chiefs in Hamilton. So,
championship pedigree right there.
Yeah.
Come back.
Did you just shut up over there, Joe Jury? Okay.
So, yeah, they're on a roll, obviously, the Satyrs. They're $1.80. Punters loving that. Caleb Clark, the best backed on the anytime try scorer market, though. I think he got a double last week. He's $1.95. Heartbreak for the Blues last week.
Yeah.
All but one. A late yellow card. Let's just leave that alone. And we've had a $1,000 bet on the Satyrs at $1.80, and it would not surprise me to see that money continue to flow on that red and black team.
Right, okay, we're going to pass on the Brumbies Reds because I'm not sure everyone's interested in that. And
Who cares?
Who cares, indeed. Let's head straight to Friday night, and it is the real start of the NRL. We've had the Vegas kind of showbiz start, but the Warriors against the Chooks. Friday night, first home game I can remember round one in quite some time for the Wars, but they're still outsiders against the Chooks.
They are outsiders, and I think the bookies may regret doing that. Wars have a very, very good record at Mount Smart against the Roosters. I think they won 3 of the last 4 against the Chooks there. They're $2.55. Chooks $1.52. The money is with the Chooks, though, the early money. Now, with the Wars faithful, it's always late. It's always late. They leave it until the last minute. So the bookies, I think they'll be reluctant to shorten the Roosters at the moment because they know that the Wars money will come late and there'll be a whole heap of it as well. So $2.55. So they're 5.5-point underdogs at home.
It's good eating. It's good eating.
Our good friend, Mr. Mark Nawakanitawasi, is very, very popular in the anytime try scorer market. He's $1.91. The best backed Wars player, the man with the silky locks, DWZ, and he's paying $2.35 to score a try on Friday night.
Excellent. Okay, and any interest in the other NRL games? Probably the Broncos-Panthers. Probably a bit of interest in that.
Yeah, straight after the Wars game, we see the Broncos-Panthers. Money with the Broncos at the moment, they're $1.70. Panthers $2.15. I'll have a few stats to impress the ladies a wee bit later on. But money with the Broncos at the moment. I don't know, defending premiers, first game back. Didn't they just play against Hull Kingston Rovers?
What happened in that
They
game?
got absolutely smashed.
Did they?
They got smashed.
Oh shit.
So
I reckon they treated it as a stag do. That's why they would have been over there on a stag do. So part of the footy Phillies and fans weekend. Obviously, we've got Auckland FC playing at home on. Is it Saturday afternoon or is it
Sunday?
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday
Okay,
afternoon.
A bit of Sunday.
Father's Day.
But no one giving Perth a chance here at all against Auckland at home.
No, but Auckland they've got a few injuries, so this is going to test their depth. The bookies don't care. They've kept them very, very short. They're $1.48 Auckland FC to beat Perth Glory on Sunday. The draw's at $4.50. Perth are out at $6. Auckland have a very, very strong. If the Wars have a strong fan base, Auckland FC have a very strong football fan base. They are backing them. They don't care about the injuries. They're taking them at $1.48.
Oh, excellent. Big weekend at Mount Smart then. And then moving over to Ellerslie, we've got Champions Day. Just give us a quick helicopter view of how big Champions Day is on the New Zealand racing calendar.
This is it's the richest 3-year-old race in the Southern Hemisphere, the NZB Kiwi.
Yep.
We've got a dominant favourite. She's a fantastic filly, trained by Stephen Marsh, well written, unbeaten to date. But then we've got a number of Group 1s around that as well. We've got the Bone Crusher. We've got the New Zealand Derby. We've got the Sistema for the 2-year-olds. We've got the Auckland Cup.
Jesus.
It's an action-packed day.
It's a super race weekend.
Basically, that's exact. It's races on. No, I'm not going to say that. It's a huge day. It's a huge day.
Okay, so obviously for that one, you've got, like you mentioned, Well Written is the big favourite. The Kiwi horse.
Yeah, she's $1.20.
Ooh,
$1.20.
$1.20.
However, if you backed her in the futures market, a few months ago, she was paying $21 to win the Kiwi. Now into $1.20. There were a few bets at that $21 as well. I think the biggest one was $150 at $21. Came into 40. She then came into $14. Plenty of packed on then. She came in again. She won the awards at the Auckland Guineas. We had a special on her. I don't know why that we did this. $6. We put her out at $6. You could put a $25 bet on when she was paying $2.30 with the bookies. So we've got a huge liability. This could be the perfect storm this weekend. If the Wars win, if Well Written wins the Kiwi, the Black Caps win the T20 World Cup,
and AFC
win on Saturday. You may never see us again.
Oh, God. Okay, well, then we'll hold that thought because we're going to grab a pen because you have to get your pens out for this one with the latest from over the weekend from Champions Day and the tips there and a few from overseas as well. Plus, we're going to review last week's Grab a Pen, which I think was fairly handy.
Pause the podcast now and grab a pen for the hottest tips from around the TAB office.
Hana Sicko, he started off okay, actually. I think he gave you 2 bets, an exacta at Addington on race 3. He had Brilliant Chase to win, Elegant Delight to come second. Brilliant Chase did win. Unfortunately, Elegant Delight finished in 5th place, so no good there. And then he also, his best bet was Muscle Mountain, who was superb once again. Bang, a win.
Yep.
So the Sicko, he's
sick. He's still sick.
He is sick.
He's still sick.
He's a sick man. Then onto the thoroughbreds. Matamata race 3, Burnaphone, who is in the NZB Kiwi on Saturday. Burnaphone ran second at Matamata in race 3. Race 9, Sati was scratched at the gate.
Yep.
Just got a wee bit fractious in the stalls. Flemington race 3, we had Red Galaxy. That was scratched. Race 5, Magore came 7th. Race 6, Educated. Boom. We got a winner.
Nice.
Randwick race 1, Shaggy. Oh, just what a big Shaggy just on the name. Yep. Came second. Race 3, Bear on the Loose also came second. And race 5, Warwoven, finished 4th.
Okay, so I'd give us a B+ for that.
That's a B. Yeah,
that's a B+.
Yeah, I like that.
What do you got this week? How's the Sicko's departing Addington?
He is departing it because we're on the West Coast swing. We're heading to Westport. Yes, exactly. Hana Sicko.
Every time you thought the Sicko gets sicker, it's now. He's going to Westport. Okay.
He has gone to Westport. We're going to race 3. No, we're not. Yes, we are. We're going to race 3 at Westport. And number 6, Amici at $3.90. I'll give you the little synopsis on what the Sicko thinks about Amici. Pretty even field, but I think we can overlook Amichi's last start. The Dunstable tends to perform strongly on the West Coast circuit, and Amichi is drawn to give this a real shake.
Okay. Excellent.
And then we move to Flemington. Big day at Flemington on Saturday. Race 7, number 4, Evaporate. Nice little each-way bet there. Currently paying $12 and $3.40. Then we head to Randwick, race 9. Jolie Star, $2.50 and $1.30. Of course, she'll be wearing the Cambridge Stud colours. And I thought, well, we have to go to the NZB Kiwi. Unfortunately, with well-written paying $1.20, we can't tip well-written out.
No.
So we'll look elsewhere, and we'll go with one of the Tiako runners, number 8, He Who Dares, currently paying $23 and $3.60 for a place. Opie Bosson will ride.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
This fella has finished second to well-written at Ellerslie. So the mile should be fine. Look, a wide draw, which is probably why he's drifted out to $23. But with Opie Bosson aboard on a Tiako runner on a big day,
it's worth a snuff.
$23.
Worth a snuff.
I think a nice little each way bet.
Yep.
23s and $3.60.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, thanks, Paul. Now it's time for stats to impress the ladies. What do you got for us today, Paul?
Well, we were talking about the NRL just a wee bit before, so why don't we have a look at the 2 games on Friday night. We'll start with the Warriors up against the Roosters. Home underdogs of 4 or more in the first 4 rounds cover at 66%. What have we got? We've got a home underdog in the Wars. Interstate favourites cover at just 38% in round 1. Roosters have travelled. Warriors have won 3 of the 4 head-to-head matches against the Roosters at Mount Smart. The Warriors have covered 12 of 16 when they get more than 4 points the last 4 years. That's a sensational stat. When the bookies underrate them, they tend to underrate them big time. And the Roosters have lost 7 of their last 9 round 1 games. They don't start the season on fire.
Get on the Wars. Get on the Wars. What else you got?
Okay, Broncos, Panthers, defending premiers. They often start slow, with 5 of the last 9 losing in round 1. Penrith have won 9 of 11 against the Broncos, including 6 of 7 at Suncorp. The Panthers have covered 12 of 15 as an underdog and 17 of 29 interstate. Here's a stat that the ladies will love. Paul Alamotti has scored 20 tries in his last 21 games.
Ooh. Nice, thank you, Paul Maoate. Now it's time to jump in the bedroom. It's good to have a bit of variety in the bedroom this week, Paul. Last week, unfortunately for me, I let the team down. I was the only one that didn't come in last week. I went the overs on the Moana game, and came up short actually, which only short by 5 points, which was a bit disappointing. But I did let the 3-way down. So it's time for a bit of exact a bit of justice this weekend. Joe Jury, what are you going for? I have a funny feeling I know what you're going for. Is it the Wars game, and does it involve a winger for the Roosters?
No, I would have.
Yeah.
But I think the vibe is the man who always scores and is paying pretty good money. I think this will bump up our 3-way. Leka Halasima, anytime try scorer on a big Friday night at $4.60, I think he is at.
Okay, you're coming into the bedroom fully barred. You're coming in dressed up in some sort of kit.
Paul's here, so I wanted to impress him.
Yeah, well, you're showing off now, aren't you?
Super Leka.
Okay, well, Paul Maoate, what are you looking at to bring into the 3-way bedroom action today?
Right, so I'll have to stay away from the Wars, seeing as that's where Joe's gone. Where are you going? Are you going to go cricket or are you going to go rugby?
I've actually gone the same game as I've gone the Wars as well.
Have you?
I've got anytime try scorer. I've gone for the Narwhal.
So you're going to put a 2-leg same game multi together, and then I'm just going to have some random leg from somewhere out. This is crazy.
Welcome to the bedroom.
I think go the Wires as well, Paul.
Do we just make it a 3-leg same game multi?
I think so. Yep.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'll tell you about the promo after I give you my leg.
Okay.
Right, Wars. I'm just going to take the Wars plus 5.5.
Okay. Wires plus 5.5. Here we go. We're going to add that to the bedroom. I tell you what, this is going to be a funky one. It's paying $13.90 for that same game. I placed that. Like we gave away just over $2,000 this week as well, thanks to our winnings in the pot. So if we win, you win as well. So I will just hang on a second, place that, and all done. Excellent. Paul Maoate, thanks for joining us in here. Have you got something else to say? Go for it.
Well, we've just placed a 3-leg same-game multi on the Wars game against the Roosters. Here's the promo. Place a 3 or more leg same-game multi on the Warriors against the Roosters game this week, and if it loses, get your money back up to $25 in bonus cash. If it loses.
Oh, okay. Oh, easy.
So they could
Pretty
lose by
sweet.
1 leg, lose by 3, lose by 2, anything.
Obviously, our one will be successful.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Cool. Thanks very much, Paul, mate.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us. Great to see you in studio, and we'll be in touch soon.
Don't forget the ultimate giveaway. Footies fans, Phillies, it's huge.
So get on the TAB Facebook.
TAB Facebook.
Yep.
Tag 'em,
I
mate.
forgot to tell you my one.
Oh, yes,
I
exactly.
forgot to tell you my one. Okay, here is my fans Phillies 3-way that I went for. I will just bring it up. I sent it to young Carl the other day. Mine is, I've gone for Wars total tries over 3.5 for the Wars game. I've gone for Super Rugby. I've got first half winning margin Crusaders 1-7. And I've got NZB Kiwi. I've gone Asakura for a place. And in Auckland FC, I've gone over 2.5 goals. There you go. That's mine.
Would it come out at?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. I don't. A lot. That's what, a lot. Anyway, thanks very much, Paul. And we'll see you soon.
Cheers.
The ACC Sportsbook, thanks to the TAB.